Hey guys, welcome to day 4 of subscriber lunch week. I'm Jennifer with the Family Fudge. Now you guys, I would love to know in the comments down below what you guys have been up to this week. Let me know how things are in your area. And if you guys are stuck at home this week, let me know what kind of activities you've been doing to pass the time. Now I've actually been getting a lot of requests to share exactly how we're dealing with everything, what our new schedule is like, and I've been asked to share any tips on activities for the kids. And I actually do have a video that I'm working on where I'm going to share all of that information, so watch for that video sometime next week. Today's lunch idea was sent in by Elizabeth. She is from Estonia, and you guys leave me a comment with the hashtag Estonia if you are also watching from there. So I'm going to kick off this lunch by making Elizabeth's main course first, and she requested some sweet and sour chicken over rice. Now you guys, I know this recipe might look complicated, but it's actually really easy, and I know a lot of you will probably have many of these ingredients in your pantry already. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the full recipe in the description box below if you want to make this yourself. So for this sweet and sour chicken, I'm actually going to start by making the sweet and sour sauce first. So to my saucepan, I'm going to add some granulated sugar, some apple cider vinegar, a good amount of ketchup, and soy sauce. Next, I'm going to add in some brown sugar and some garlic. And you guys, if you don't have fresh garlic, you can definitely just use a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then finally, I'm just going to add in a little bit of water and some cornstarch. So now that I have all of my ingredients in my pan, I'm going to go ahead and whisk this all together. And once that's done, I can go ahead and turn the heat on to medium. Now I'm going to cook this on medium for about 4 to 5 minutes. I'm going to whisk this frequently because I don't want it to stick, and really I'm just looking for it to become thickened. Now if you wanted to, you could definitely add fresh onion in here. You could also add fresh pineapple chunks or some chopped up bell pepper, but I'm trying to keep this sauce on the more simple side this time since I know some of these ingredients might be hard to find right now. So now that this sauce is nice and thickened, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat and set this pan to the side while I prepare the chicken. So today I'm using about 1 1/4 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I actually just diced this into bite-sized pieces. I'm going to go ahead and add these chicken pieces to a Ziploc bag, and in here I'm also going to be adding in some cornstarch and some salt and pepper. Now all I have to do is close up my bag, and I need to do a little shake and bake action. Well, technically this isn't going to be baked, but I suppose you could. Really, I'm just trying to shake this up until all the chicken pieces are coated. Next, I'm going to take a large skillet, and in here I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of oil. Then I'm adding in the chicken, and I'm going to cook this for about 5 to 7 minutes or until it's cooked all the way through. Now if your skillet seems a little bit dry, you could definitely add in more oil if you need it. So now that the chicken is cooked through, I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat down to low. Then I'm going to pour the sweet and sour sauce directly on top and then stir it all together. Now at this point, you could also add in some steamed veggies. I like to sprinkle a little bit of green onion on top. Now you guys, this is smelling so good. And before I add this into my thermos, I'm also going to add some white rice to the bottom. And there you have it guys, just like that, easy sweet and sour chicken. So now that that's done, I'm going to move on to the fruit. And for Elizabeth's lunch, she requested a combination of kiwi and watermelon. So for the watermelon, I'm just going to cut this into chunks using my crinkle cutter. And for the kiwi, I'm going to go ahead and just cube that up. So I'm going to add the fruit to this front section of the lunchbox and then move on to some veggies. Over in this corner, I'm going to be adding in some cucumber, and instead of ranch, for this lunch, I'm actually going to be adding in a little bit of honey mustard to dip the cucumber in. Next, over in this back corner, I have some beautiful cherry tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and slice those each in half. And then for Elizabeth's lunch, she requested something a little bit different. She asked if I could sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top of the tomatoes. Now you guys will have to let me know in the comments down below if you like to eat your tomatoes like this. Elizabeth said she knows it sounds different, but it's also very tasty. Okay guys, so now that brings us to our treat. All of the treats this week have had some sort of rainbow theme to them. Well, for this lunch, I'm going to be adding in some delicious rainbow M&M cookies. Now I just love all the colorful M&Ms on the outside of these cookies, but really all you have to do is make a basic chocolate chip cookie recipe, but then instead of adding chocolate chips, you just add these mini M&Ms. And you guys, I always like to place some extra M&Ms on the top of the cookie before they bake. That way they're really pretty when they're done. And then finally, to complete this lunch, I'm also going to be throwing in some apple juice. And I decided to go with this My Little Pony topper because of course this pony's name is Rainbow Dash. And there you have it, guys. That is everything in today's lunch. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to come back for tomorrow's awesome lunch video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.